Okay, so when they talk about the energy vampires, and those type of things, well, what that is, it's like the relationship is almost like the relationship between a narcissist and an empath. So the narcissist is going to emotionally manipulate the empathic person to believe that they are in a state of being that doesn't really exist for them. Meanwhile, the narcissist is then creating a lower vibration in the empath so that they can then utilize the energy that that person would have been giving off, but instead they traded it off for theirs. And this is what they want to do. They want to walk hand in hand with an empath into, as if they can do this, that this is what they feel like they're going to be able to do. It's like, I can just keep giving my problems to them. I don't ever have to deal with anything. I don't have to take responsibility for anything. I'm just going to keep giving it all to them. And as the empath, you are feeling like this is you, not you at all. So these are the things that we're breaking free of. It's like, nah, you better get your the back the fuck up off of me, because at the end of the day, it's not my job to give you the 5 o'clock free ride. You see, at the end of the day, it's your job to carry your own fucking water. That means your emotions, B. At the end of the day, it's nobody's job to take care of you but you. You are grown, fool. At the point that you know how to take care of you, you don't need nobody else to do what only you can do, because you are creating your problem, simply not doing what comes natural to you. So when you love you above everything, nothing outside will ever again be able to attach itself to you, because the love you have for yourself is not going to allow you to cause harm to yourself. But when we are in that low vibration place, we are constantly hurting ourselves. Hence why people like to masturbate so much. It is self-harm. It's like we hurt people, want to hurt people. They will hurt themselves. They will hurt you. They do not care. It is their aim is to hurt because they hurt. And so when we get to the point in life where you start to realize, oh shit, I got to kind of do something about this, because this is not working for me. Well, what people do is they find their scapegoat. It's going to probably be an empath, because empaths they pick up the feelings of others. They know what they are feeling, what you feel when they're in that room with you. They're not in your business and trying to, this is a gift that God gave them, that they can read the energy. They know you, they feel you when what you're projecting. And so the empath has to learn how to protect themselves, shielding you and learning how to keep your energy into you. But you will only learn that by you, and nobody outside can tell you it. Anybody outside telling you how you function, they are a liar. They don't know how you function. The job is to get you to understand how to go within, so that you can then meet yourself. That high eye inside, we all got it. It's a very real thing. This ain't make-believe shit. No matter what nobody want to tell you, you seeing people having victory, seeing people having breakthroughs. This spiritual awakening is real, and people are starting to grab a hold to the reality of what it means. And so in order for you to wake up, you have to go within you. That is where coaches can help. They can guide you into the process of, and all it really comes down to is honesty with the self. You start by being honest with you, and then you will begin to be honest with everyone, because the moment you stop lying to yourself, you will never have fear about what the fuck is ever again, because nobody can change the truth. The truth is not going to ever be what I want it to be. The truth is always going to be what it is. And you have to be able to accept that. You have to accept the fact that, well, the only power that I have is power over me. I am the most powerful being when it comes to who I am. But when it is not me who is in control of the situation, I have to accept the fact that I really am in the hands of someone else. For example, if we're in the car driving together, you cannot be at ease and not accept the fact that I trust this person who I have driving this car enough with my life that they care enough about themselves that I don't have to worry about me. Because the truth is there is no control that you have in that situation when you found yourself in a passenger seat, and you gotta go with the flow, and you have to get comfortable with that inner you. You gotta trust the environment that you created for yourself. If you don't feel comfortable with somebody else navigating you, then you're going to have to. I mean, seriously, I will cry in the passenger seat sometimes of a car. I don't know if I will still do it today because I haven't had that experience in a while. But I literally used to cry in the passenger seat because it was the ego dying. It was me realizing that I don't got no control over what's going to happen. I cannot. I'm not the one who can make this next move. And I mean, but to go through it, I allowed myself to feel every feeling. I didn't care how anybody else felt because I'm not working through their feelings. I'm working through mine. See, this is the work that we are doing. This is it in real terms. This is it in, hey, look at your very real life. And now let's practically apply these things so you can understand, like, oh, hell yeah, we talking to you when we talking about energy vampires. If you don't think you got them in your life, then you won. But even vampires got vampires eating on them too, because this is the nature of this way of being. It is the reptilian mindset that we're trying to break free of. So for us to come up higher in ourselves, we have to know how to get in tune with ourselves, get in touch with that I, so then that I can then start to instruct us in the ways to go. And so this is what God has promised us. It is really available to us, but you gotta stop looking for God outside, bro. Ain't no sky daddy, it's you. He's inside. He says greater is on the inside of every one of us than anything out in the world. So I need you to look at this in a different way now. I need you to see that I am as that I am. And be that I am. I mean, get to the place where you realize that when you see me, you just see the Father, because the inside of me has now groomed me into who he wants me to be. And after God finished shaping and molding you, baby, you're going to be just like Jesus. When you see me, you see the Father, because that's who has created who I am today. Well, that old version that you've been looking for, that you used to play all those old games with and stuff, well, that person is going forever and ever, okay? I mean, it is the Most High God who is operating me at this point in my life. I have ascended to that place where I don't worry about a fucking thing. I know that I am has the way, and I allow other people to be everything that they are. I'm not trying to inject or project myself onto them. I'm trying to allow them to be their authentic self, because I know that they are perfectly and wonderfully made. But if they are too afraid to tap into that I am, trying to rely on this I am, well, that is not going to help them, my friends. It's going to be a situation where you're going to see people kind of just fall off at the wayside because they haven't carried their weight. And I don't know the way for you. I only know the way for me. So no matter how much you try to copy, follow, steal, grab, and all those things, my cell does not function like your cell. You don't even know we're from the same part of the body. But when you get tapped into that I, you'll know exactly what part of the body that you come from. And I mean, I display where I come from in the body of God every day of my life through everything that I do. I don't leave out the reality of that I am. It is present with me, because I know that God is always present. There's no place that he could ever be. He says, I will never leave you or forsake you. I've been with you from the beginning. I'm going to be with you at the end. And we're coming into the place in space where, well, the end is not going to come as quickly as it used to. I mean, we are going to start to see the extension of life again. And so, you know, depending on those who had the courage to go within, to fight all of the external urges that pulled you in 50 million different directions, but just to be able to stand still and that knowing that I am that I am. And because I am that I am, then I am capable of doing all things, because I have the strength and the power that this relationship with that I am affords me. Like I said, I am never going to act as if I am getting it through Christ, because now I get it through I don't have to rely on Christ in that way, because in this position, you become Christ-like, okay? I mean, the only difference would be He's that cell and I'm this cell, but we are of the same body. That I am, you see. And you got to be able to see yourself that way, B. At the end of the day, this is how we graduate and we elevate into other places where your mind is no longer trapped in this 3D matrix of, little tiki marks, and we gotta, this grid is sending us every which way it wants us to go, but we don't realize that we have the power to actually take control of the entire world around us. And we're very fortunate, those of us who live in the USA, because we live on the land that is for the people, okay? At the end of the day, we got to turn the fuck on so that we can deal with this out of fucking control government, okay? Come on, and come the funk on.